Today I'm going to go ahead and go through the first 25 things you need to know about the latest generation Galaxy Ring. So of course, this will include tips and tricks about the charging ring, cool tips and tricks about the app, and some cool things that the ring can do. Let's get started. So starting off is the battery life and understanding the different battery life ratings that these rings have, because each size has a different size battery capacity. The 7-day battery life capacity that the Galaxy Ring that Samsung is marketing is the larger 13mm size, and the one I have here is the 10mm. And if you'd like to know the exact size of your ring, simply just launch the Wear app on your phone and go all the way to the very bottom and select About Ring. And then in here, where it says battery information, tap on it. And right here is where you can actually see the capacity that your ring has. So mine is the 10mm, so it's 19.5 milliamp per hour. And you can also see the battery life capacity of the charging case in here as well. But for the 10mm size, if we go back, on the top portion, you can see the exact battery life percentage of your ring. You can also have the widget enabled for your Samsung device where you can monitor the battery life percentage exactly of your ring right here as well. And today is Tuesday, and the last time I charged this ring at 100% was Thursday. That should give you a general idea how long is the battery life in the real world for the Galaxy Ring. And I want to say I am going to come close of hitting that 7-day recharge mark. But let's say you don't have your phone with you or your smartwatch with you. If you put the ring back on and then you place it back off, if you wait about 15 seconds, the little sensors will flash green or red, showing you the battery life percentage. There we go. So it's flashing green right now, telling us that the charge is greater than 15%. If it flashes red, it means it's lower, below 15% battery life. If you like to save more battery life, if you have a Galaxy watch of any kind, doesn't have to be the Ultra, when you're wearing the two side by side, it will utilize the sensors that the watch has, preserving more battery on the ring. So if you own both of these and you're wearing them at the same time, this will allow the ring to last even longer than 7 days. But now, if you haven't yet picked up one of these rings, or you or your friend are planning on purchasing the Galaxy Ring for yourself, but you don't know what size is right for you, you'll be surprised at some retail stores like Best Buy, Target, or if you have a Samsung retail store nearby, go to them, as they tend to actually have like display dummies. So you can actually test fit them and find the right size for you. Now, Samsung does recommend you finding the correct size for your index finger, but as I found out from previous studies and tests I've personally performed, I found no difference in using the index finger or any other finger on your hand, as the data always comes out to be the exact same. So just keep that in mind. They recommend the index, but it's optional. For my experience, it doesn't really do much. But if you don't have a retail store nearby, you can always purchase it online, as they can provide you a $10 fitting kit. And if you decide on later on actually purchasing the ring, the $10 you spend to get the fitting kit, they're going to credit you that when you actually purchase the ring from their site like Samsung or Amazon. Now, let's talk about the charging case. Because believe it or not, a lot of people don't know this, but this does have a built-in wireless charger, because the charging case itself has a built-in battery that will be able to give the ring about 14 days of battery life. And then when you open up the case, you can see the battery life percentage of the case itself with this cool ring animation. And then if you like to see that ring animation, but for the ring battery life, just insert it, dock it down, close it, open it, wait for it. It'll illuminate the ring battery life percentage right here as well. You can also tap on the little button on top here as well. But this little ring, it's good to understand the LED indicator. So clockwise flashing and blinking will tell you that the ring is currently charging. Then if all lights are flashing, it means the ring and the case are fully charged. If all lights are blinking, that means there's a charge error. Just wipe this down and then try reconnecting it like so. If you see a clockwise spin light, that means the ring is in Bluetooth pair mode. If you like to manually pair it, just hold down the pair button for 3 seconds. Then the time to fully charge the ring will take about an hour from my experience. So let's put this aside, put back on the ring, because for the ring to actually read your pulse, your heart rate, your calorie tracking, all that stuff, this line right here has to be facing this way, upwards from your palm. And let's talk about the ring features. Because if you launch the Wear app, some of these features are turned off by default. You see, if you tap on the health settings right here, in the heart rate alert, you can enable it where your phone will notify you if it knows you have a higher than 120 beat per minute heart rate, while you're at rest, or notify you if it knows that your heart rate's below normal levels. So this way you can get medical treatment if you need it. And it does this. That's a safety feature I recommend enabling for those that are known to have like a medical heart condition. And then in sleeping, if you like your ring to automatically monitor your blood oxygen level during sleep, you can enable it right here. Snoring detection, you can enable it here as well. But with snoring detection enabled, you need to make sure that the pair phone is on your nightstand because it'll utilize the microphone from your phone to keep track of your snoring habits. And then skin temperature during sleep, this is what you need to enable to monitor your temperature levels while you're sleeping. Another feature that's turned off by default is to predict period with body temperature. By having this enabled, it will be able to give you a heads up when your menstrual cycle is about to start. And then down below here where it says activities to detect, enable this so the ring itself can automatically detect your outdoor workouts or any workouts in general, if you like to track that stuff. And then down here where it says inactive times, this is where you could create a custom schedule, like your off days when you're not working out, like Saturdays and Sundays. But in our case, I have it Monday through Friday, and I have it started at 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. This way, whenever the ring knows you're not active, a notification will pop up letting you know that, hey, it's time to move up. Hey, it's time to move, burn some calories, be active. That's what that basically allows you to do. Now, if we get out of here in the heart rate section, if you click on here, if you go down, here, you can actually use the ring and it will monitor your heart rate on demand right here. And you just have to remain perfectly still. And just like that, that's our heart rate level. I just recently ran upstairs, so that's why my heart rate's pretty high up right now. Now in the gesture tab, if you click on here, the ring does have gesture controls, which you could tap try it. And by pinching the ring finger and with your thumb, this will allow you to toggle certain things. So if you notice they're showing the index finger, I'm not using my index finger, but yet it works perfectly fine. See? So this gesture alone can control your alarms to dismiss or take a photo or video, because if we launch the photo app as an example and we do this, it takes a picture. This is really awesome and useful. Just pro tip, don't use this if you're recording a time lapse because it will falsely toggle. Learn from my mistake. And then if you like to rename your ring, just go all the way to the very bottom where it says about ring. And here's where you could select rename to rename your ring to something else. Then if you ever misplace your ring, there is a find ability located in the Samsung Find app right here, which will mark the last known location your ring was last connected. So if it's somewhere else, it will mark this last known location so you can backtrack. And you can allow it so the little heart rate sensors can also blink and flash to help locate it faster. And the blinking lights look like this. All three of these LED lights you see here are indeed flashing. But now let's hop out of here and go into the Samsung Health app, because there's a couple of features that are disabled by default. So unfortunately, this AI coaching, I am unable to remove this. You could just hit exit, which is kind of annoying in my opinion. I tried hitting the settings section right here and disable personalized Samsung Health. That kind of helped. So I do recommend turning this off, but as you saw earlier, it still popped up, unfortunately. But marketing notifications, we already own the Samsung product. There's no need to receive more online some marketing stuff from Samsung. That's another setting I have turned off that I recommend others to do. But in terms of that, that's basically it. All of this is customizable. You can simply just long hold. You can rearrange it to your own personal preference. I prioritize my overall health, including my steps, my calorie burn, and my sleep. You can remove some, you can add some, you can tap plus to add the complete list, like your food logs, your exercise, your medication you may be tracking, cycle tracking, water, ECG, and all that good stuff. But when you go back, this is basically the simple layout that we all have. But in the sleep score, this is where you can monitor your overall sleep. Gives you the clear breakdown right here. Shows you the stages right there live as it was recorded. The time you spend awake, REM sleep, light sleeping, or deep sleep. And here's where you can monitor your blood oxygen level. For the blood oxygen level to work, you have to remain still, which is why it does it when you're sleeping. But during some wake up cycles, or if I move a lot during my sleep, you'll see these openings right there. That's what that is caused by. And then down here, since I don't snore, there's no data. But if you do snore when you're sleeping, it'll log it all right here automatically, so long as you have your phone next to you, like on your nightstand, as an example for that to work. And then in skin temperature, this is where you can see the Fahrenheit. or Celsius, depending on your settings, of your body temperature from its lowest and highest. And on lowest should always be in your deep sleep, because around 4 a.m. is when it knows it was at 92 Fahrenheit. If we go into our log right here, around 4 a.m. I did indeed enter deep sleep. So it does correlate to our deep sleep, which is awesome. And then heart rate, you can monitor your average heart rate level from here as well, and even monitor your respiratory rate right here. And if you get some achievements, it'll show you your achievements you earn right there. But if we go back, sleep coaching, this takes 7 days for you to wear your ring for this to be enabled. I'm on day 5 right now. Tonight's going to be day 6. And here's where you can find your energy score, your steps. The ring does use step tracking because it does have a built-in accelerometer, which is awesome. And it will also do your workouts as well. It'll monitor your workouts automatically, like right here. And then, of course, you can always go back and see your overall blood oxygen sensor levels throughout the night. So again, the ring only does it when you're sleeping. Then the ring also does stress tracking as well. But from my personal experience, it doesn't seem to be accurate, because it said I was stressed around 2 o'clock. But in that time, I was just relaxing. I was just drinking coffee. So I personally don't really trust this. But down here is where you'll find your breathe exercises you could start. But this is not at all bad for a smart ring that has basically subscription level smart rings available in the market, all for free. But aside from now, other than that, other bonuses that you need to know about maintaining these sensors to their tip-top performance is wash the sensors of these rings with antibacterial soap, or even basic like hand soap will be perfectly fine as well. And personally, I like removing the ring before I actually wash my hand, because sometimes with soap, this could easily fall off and could go in the drain. To prevent that, I always take this off. And for my gym friends, don't wear this at the gym, because I found out strength training with this ring is very uncomfortable because all the pressures get pushed down in your finger, and you could possibly easily damage the ring this way as well and cause some marks and scratches and possibly dents. But other than that, there you guys have it as the complete guide of everything you need to know if you just picked up the Galaxy Ring. Thank you guys so much for watching.